All right, let's talk about one of those tricky little English phrases that can really trip you up. Have you ever felt like you're just one small step away from sounding totally natural? Well, today we're going to tackle one of the biggest hurdles. We are mastering be supposed to. Okay, let's just dive right in. Take a look at these two sentences. You're supposed to wear a tie, and you should wear a tie. I mean, they look almost the same, don't they? But their meanings, they're miles apart. One is a rule, something you're required to do. The other, just some friendly advice. And mixing these two up, well, it can totally change the vibe of what you're trying to say.
So, what is the real difference? I mean, how are you supposed to know which one to use and when? That's the big question, and it's exactly what we're going to break down right now.
To really get be supposed to, we've got to get right to its heart. And it all comes down to one simple idea, the language of expectation. So here's the formal definition. We use it to talk about what's expected or required or intended. The key thing here is we're not talking about what's actually happening. We're talking about what should be happening, according to some kind of plan or a rule or just how people are expected to act. So yeah, if you only remember one single thing from this entire explainer, let it be this one word, expectations. That's the whole game. Be supposed to is the absolute perfect phrase for when you need to talk about what the world expects from you or what you expect from a situation.
Okay, so now we know what it means. Let's get into the how. I'm going to give you a really simple 4-part toolkit. And with this, you'll be able to build any sentence with be supposed to perfectly. Every single time.
And here it is, just 4 pieces, the positive, the negative, the question, and the short answer. Master these 4, and you've basically mastered the entire phrase. Let's go through them one by one.
First up, the positive form. I am supposed to be at work by 9 a.m. This isn't just a personal goal. It's an external expectation. The schedule says it, my boss expects it, there's a requirement. Next up, the negative. You are not supposed to smoke here. This one is so useful because it's so much softer than shouting, "Don't smoke here!" It gets the rule across in a way that's polite, but still really firm. But what if you need to ask about an expectation? It's easy. You just flip the words around. Are you supposed to be here? This is a perfect, non-confrontational way to check if someone's in the right place or following the plan. And to really sound natural, you've got to have the short answer down. Someone asks, "Are you supposed to be here?" You just come back with, "Yes, I am," or "No, I'm not." It's quick, it's efficient, and it's exactly what native speakers do. Okay, you've got the toolkit. Awesome. Now let's put it to work. Let's look at how this phrase really shows up in day-to-day life. Where are you actually going to hear this and use this? You'll hear it all over the place, really, but it tends to show up most in 3 main areas. When we're talking about rules and obligations, when we're discussing schedules and plans, and when we're trying to navigate those unwritten social rules. Let's start with rules. When you say you're supposed to wear a helmet, you're not just giving a tip. You're referencing a law, a strict rule. It's an obligation. The phrase itself carries that feeling of external authority. It's also perfect for plans, especially plans that have gone wrong. We were supposed to meet at 6 p.m., but you were late. Using the past tense here, were supposed to, instantly signals that there was an expectation. A plan was made, but reality didn't match up. And this is where it gets really powerful, for unspoken social rules. Think about it. There's no actual law that says you can't talk in a movie, but everybody knows the expectation. Saying you're not supposed to talk captures that shared, unspoken agreement perfectly. All right, we are almost there. To really get to that mastery level, you need to know what not to do. So let's look at the 2 most common traps that English learners fall into with this phrase. So trap number 1 is the classic we started with, getting be supposed to mixed up with should. Let's lock this in for good. Be supposed to is for an outside expectation, a rule, a plan. Should is for your inside opinion, your personal advice. They are not the same. And trap number 2, this is a huge grammar mistake. You can never, ever, ever forget the verb to be. It's not I supposed to go, it is always I am supposed to go, or she is supposed to call. That little verb, am, is, are, it's absolutely essential. And there you have it. You've got the definition, you've got the toolkit, and you know the common mistakes to avoid. The theory is done. So now it's your turn to take this and make it a real, permanent part of your English. So I'll leave you with this little challenge to get you started.
Just think about your town or your workplace or your culture. What's one unspoken rule that you are supposed to follow where you live? Answering that one question is your first step to really using this phrase just like a native speaker.